Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of Red Spark's Crypto Blog for your crypto and Cardano news. Today I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin FUD on Twitter. I'm going to be talking about how hard Plutus is to learn, and then I'm going to end it on a slightly lighter note. So all that to look forward to. A quick look at the charts. I'm not really going to spend too long on it, but I'm sure you've all noticed that Bitcoin has gone down and the whole market has gone down. My overarching thought on all of this is A, I should have sold back in September when I told myself to, and B, if you believe in the Bitcoin cycle theory, then I reckon sort of the next 6 months, or like June to September, ought to be the bottom of the bear market. That's a point that we'll be halfway through to the next Bitcoin halving. So the last Bitcoin halving was about 2 years ago. The next one's 2 years from now. So I think once we get past that halfway mark, we should see people wanting to accumulate crypto again. That's just a theory. That's the theory I've sort of gone with for a while. So don't quote me on it, because at the end of the day, I have no idea what's going to happen, and neither does anyone else. But that's kind of the theory I'm working to. Okay, so on to the news. So there's been a few things floating around on Twitter lately pointing to the fact that politicians might be wising up to the fact that there's a distinction between proof of work and proof of stake, and that one is more energy efficient than the other. So here we have a letter from Jared Huffman of the United States House of Representatives, and he sits on various subcommittees by the looks of it. And the letter's going to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, and he says, "We write to request that the Environmental Protection Agency ensure cryptocurrency mining facilities are not violating foundational environmental statutes like the Clean Air Act or the Clean Water Act. We have serious concerns regarding the reports that cryptocurrency facilities across the country are polluting communities and are having an outsized contribution to greenhouse gas emissions." And he goes on to talk about that. And then of particular concern is inherently energy inefficient. Let me say that again. Of particular concern is the inherently energy inefficient proof of work mining technology to validate transactions. POW-based cryptocurrencies include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monero, and Zcash. A single Bitcoin transaction could power the average US household for a month. I don't know how true that is, but I do know that Bitcoin does gobble up a lot of energy. According to estimates by researchers, Bitcoin produces annually carbon emissions comparable to Greece. Less energy-intensive cryptocurrency mining technologies such as proof of stake are available and have 99.99% lower energy demands than proof of work. So isn't that interesting? There is a politician out there who knows the distinction, and he knows that proof of stake is far more energy efficient. So clearly the message is getting out. Now, I'm sure a lot of you hold Bitcoin, or you're thinking, even if I don't hold Bitcoin, everything's correlated to Bitcoin, so why am I talking down Bitcoin? Surely I should play nice and not criticize Bitcoin in order to boost my own bags. Well, that's just sadly not me. I'm happy to say things that might lead to me losing money myself. So me being critical of Bitcoin might mean that the whole market goes down and I will have to continue renting for another year. But oh well, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I fully believe that Bitcoin should be used everywhere and mined everywhere. If you've read my blog, I do think Bitcoin has a great use case for capturing excess energy. So I think it's a great innovative technology for the capture of excess energy by energy companies. In fact, I don't know why all energy companies aren't jumping on board Bitcoin and launching Bitcoin mining rigs themselves. It makes perfect sense. But I don't believe Bitcoin should be consuming on-grid energy. That should be left to consumers like you and I. But you can read my full rant if you want on my blog post. Just go to redspark.blog. Okay, the second item, Dennis Porter here is quite a well-known person on Twitter. New York State Assembly will soon vote to ban Bitcoin proof of work mining, and then down here the ban will be for 2 years and will prevent any new operations from being implemented which will set a dangerous precedent for other parts of the country who look to New York for leadership. So that's kind of following on from the previous statement as well, I guess. This idea that public companies should not be encouraging or public groups should not be encouraging Bitcoin mining due to the wasteful energy that it has. And in New York's case, it looks like they want to think about it for 2 years. My own view is a ban for 2 years does seem a bit excessive. In my view, it's a great technology, as I said, for capturing excess energy, and they should just go ahead and mandate that it should be used for that. Does it help with encouraging green energy? That's the other argument I hear. I'll tell you what helps with encouraging green energy. Global bloody warming. That's what. Like, the world knows we need more green energy. It's not a secret. Everybody is trying to move to renewables, and if not renewables, then nuclear, because we can't be relying on fossil fuels. So, in my opinion, there's already a strong impetus for growing out the green energy capabilities of countries. It's more a matter of when than if. So I don't think we need Bitcoin for that, but I do think Bitcoin can play a very crucial role in making sure energy is not wasted. So those were the two things I wanted to take you through. It's just an interesting trend to be seeing in the space of a week, and I'm sure we're going to see more and more stories like this as we go forward. Personally, if I was thinking about my own bags, I would hope that proof of stake cryptocurrencies would get a boost from this. But in reality, we know that anytime Bitcoin goes down, it takes down everything with it. So it's not necessarily going to be good if we have more sort of concerns around Bitcoin going forward. But gotta stand by my principles, you know. So I know the Cardano community tends to be very harsh on devs that make mistakes. So MinSwap screwed up on concurrency back in September and got a lot of hate mail for that. AdaSwap recently said they struggled with an NFT drop and they got a lot of heat for that. And I've seen others just getting criticized whenever they criticize Plutus at all. But I feel like a lot of these criticisms are coming from non-programmers who actually have no idea how hard it is. So for you guys, I posted this. I know a lot of you non-programmers enjoy dunking on Cardano devs that make mistakes, but perhaps listen to this for 60 seconds. Only got one like. I'm not sure how many views it got, probably not many. But I'm going to play it for you guys now so you can listen to it. So you can play this for about 60 seconds or so.
So Plutus learning is not easy. So I'm afraid this will be quite a tough course. I hope it will be fun and you will all learn a lot, but I don't think it will be easy. And for various reasons, and one of those is that Plutus is still very new. So it is available on Cardano. We have had the Alonso hard fork, but the tooling to actually deploy Plutus smart contracts and interact with them is still quite rudimentary, and the Plutus team is working very hard to make it better. So every week during the course, probably there will be improvements and new developments. So it's even now for me hard to say what the status will be at the end of this course. So it's a bit difficult to predict how we will actually be able to deploy Plutus smart contracts for this course. There are various ways how you can do it.
So you see there, even Lars himself, this is the third iteration of the Plutus Pioneers course, by the way, so the most recent version. And even now, Lars himself is saying, A, it's a very hard course, and B, we still don't know by the end of this course exactly how you're going to even deploy smart contracts. So just keep that in mind. Be aware that Plutus does need improving. It is hard, and it's easy to make mistakes given how new it is. There definitely needs to be better documentation, but before that, Plutus itself needs to be improved. So I know John Woods said that there'll be improvements coming in June. Those will be most welcome. I know there's also, is it Plutarch? I haven't heard too much about Plutarch other than Liquid Finance swear by it. if Plutarch is the way to go, let's get more tutorials and learning about that. I literally have not seen anybody mention Plutarch outside of Liquid Finance on Twitter Spaces. That's about it. But they swear by it. Either way, whatever the tooling is, we got to get that nailed down. We're going to get Plutus nailed down, and we're going to get documentation out there. So just keep all that in mind whenever you see criticisms of Cardano and Plutus. That was going to be the end of the video, but I thought I was being a bit of a negative Nancy there. So let's end on a lighter note, shall we? I found this webpage, this news site, cryptonews.com, and they say they have a whole page dedicated to 20 crypto jokes from the last week. So I thought we can just scroll down the page together and see if it makes me laugh or not. I haven't seen these in advance, so I have no idea what to expect. So blah, 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 blah. Where does it start? Oh, here we go. Study finds investing in Bitcoin makes it a lot more likely to have a boating accident. That's true, especially around tax season time. So 8% boating accidents by non-Bitcoin owners, 92% by Bitcoin owners. So I like that. That's funny. Yes, Ethereum is also a proof-of-work protocol, but unlike Bitcoin, all their carbon emissions are offset by saying they'll transition to proof-of-stake for 5 years. It's a bit wordy, that. I guess that means it's talking about the delay in delivering proof-of-stake. I don't think that joke quite works, really. So that didn't really do it for me. Trust the science. Let's see. Then I sold all of my chairs to stack my sats. Psychopath. That's to do with the fact that last week there was some research in the highly respected newspaper The Sun, I think it was, in Britain. Just kidding, it's not respected at all. That showed some research that apparently cryptocurrency investors tend to have psychopathic tendencies. So make what you will of that. Everyone knows the future of spinach harvesting is on the blockchain. Okay, must have missed some news item about that. Founders building Web3 solutions for problems that don't exist. Do I press this? Okay, so he's just cycling away. Not really going anywhere. I guess on this one, I would say most people can't see the future until it hits them in the face. Only a subset of people, the true innovators, inventors, and creative thinkers, they're the ones that can see problems that don't exist yet but are coming down the pipeline. So that would be my one sort of response back to this sort of comment. Okay, let's see how much. Oh, I'm only halfway through, but you know what? I'll plod on. You can always stop watching if you get bored. Media, Ethereum is too volatile. Invest in stable blue chip stocks like Netflix. And there's Netflix. That's the recent news that Netflix, for the first time in its history, has been losing customers. And it's plummeted as a result. Yeah, I guess stocks can be just as volatile. But let's face it, nothing is quite as bad as crypto. Netflix had a good run. It had a good run. It couldn't go on forever. So it's just correcting, really. And just watch. In a couple of months' time, I'm sure we'll be going back up again. The greatest comeback of all times. Elon Musk brings back all suspended accounts. Okay. All the accounts got suspended and banned. Coming back from the dead. I'm a big Lord of the Rings geek, so I appreciate that one. The art of stealing digital art. His profile picture is a bored ape. You can't miss. You have 24 hours to get his seed ready. So else gulag. I'm not even sure if this is funny. I'm just laughing because it's I don't know. I find the picture funny. Okay, that Kim Young could be sitting down in front of a terminal ordering one of his generals to hack into an NFT or something. Okay. Oh, and it continues, I guess. It's as easy as something. Hello, yes, this is MetaMask OpenSea support. How can I help you, sir? And that must be to do with all the MetaMask problems they've been having, and how MetaMask got hacked, I should say a user of MetaMask got hacked scammed because somebody phoned him and asked him for his Apple cloud, well, not password, but the reset code. And apparently MetaMask stores your seed phrase on the cloud. Are you kidding me? Seriously? On the cloud? I mean, I know it's a backup or whatever. It does not matter. It does not matter. This is the future of finance. You cannot be storing seed phrases on the cloud, okay? There's Kim Yan having a good laugh. Okay, therapist, so tell me why you can't sleep at night. Me, because Bitcoin never sleeps, okay? Artists hate him for revealing this secret. People are seriously buying digital NFT animals online for 50k when you can get a real cow for like 2k. You've been conned. True that, true that. The merge is coming, guys, it is. Extremely unsettling to see people saying that proof of work has become a thing of the past. Ethereum used to be proof of work. It still is, but it used to be too. I feel like I'm not getting that. Nope, I'm not getting it. Over my head. Big facts. If Vitalik took taxis to airports instead of walking to them, ETH would have merged 4 years ago. Yes, Vitalik said he likes to walk to airports if he can, and he's tried it in different locations. Okay. Yes, the fiat surveillance economy, home mining. Okay, yeah, so you're walking through a dangerous path if you want to do home mining, I guess. Fair enough. Bitcoin governance and a Mexican standoff from a very good film there. Bitcoin governance. Oh, in the sense that nobody wants to do anything. Everybody accuses everybody else of wanting to control the Bitcoin network, and so you never make any progress. It's a complete standoff. Good morning to all my friends taking in the metaverse. Good morning from the metaverse. Me versus the actual me. Wait. Good morning from the metaverse. How I imagine myself and how I actually look. Okay. I feel like you could use this picture for a whole host of other captions, so I might want to save that one. Talking about real issues. Ripple selling unregistered securities. Fucking Bitcoin tribalism. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Retail talking to crypto billionaires and twitter.com. So you planned my death from the beginning, like an animal for slaughter. More like a pig, actually. Oink. Retail talking to crypto billionaires. All right. So, yes, this is a crypto billionaire here who'd be manipulating the retail investors. Now let's see how the other markets are doing. High tea with commodities. Let's click on
I
this.
asked you guys here to talk about inflation because let's be real, it's hurting a lot of people right now.
Nice Republican talking points, psycho.
Okay, got bored already. I'm sorry. Oh, and that's the end. Okay, so hopefully that was a bit of a lighter tone to balance out the negative Nancy tone I took earlier in the video. Other than that, hope you enjoyed watching. Hope you had a good weekend. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up or leave a nasty comment down below. If you didn't, go for it. I don't mind. Or follow me along on Twitter. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day.